Hey, we're live. Hi. Okay, so basically we're going to be doing a Marvel tier list, which I did not announce at all or say anything about because I didn't feel like it. And today I'm going to be doing it with the reason why this community exists after credits. Or Josh
Hello.
Simpson.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm back on Gavin's channel again and talking about Marvel because I don't do that enough. So no, I'm joking. I talk about
Yeah,
Marvel ad nauseum, but yeah.
You're only here so my channel doesn't completely die.
Of course. I'm here for the clout, you know.
Yeah, exactly. He's here for it. I'm here for it because I know that his 600 subscribers are gonna come to this live stream. Obviously, that's how it works.
Exactly.
And
That's directly how it works, you know.
exactly. I am so smart. But yeah, anyways, today.
Oh, smart me. Sorry. Suicide
Yeah.
Squad. Sorry.
So anyways, we're gonna be doing a Marvel tier list. This isn't an MCU tier list. I already did that, but we decided that out of all the Marvel films we're gonna see, we're gonna do a Marvel tier list. So I made a whole tier list, but that thing kind of, I don't know what happened to it, but it doesn't exist anymore. So because of that, we're going to have to, evolve or not evolve. What the heck am I saying? Basically, I needed
Improvise, adapt.
improvise. I am so stupid, but yeah, I meant improvise, as in, so we can continue this whole thing. And yeah, that's what we're gonna do. This might not work very well. I'm kind of getting worried with the certain films that are on here. This better be all of them, I swear. If this is not all of them, I'm gonna find whoever made this tier list, and you're not gonna be happy. Yeah, but I guess we'll just have to improvise. This might not be all the Marvel movies. I don't think it is actually, because the only MCU films I can see on here are a selective few. I don't even see Endgame on here.
Endgame's there.
Oh, there. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I am wrong. But anyways, let's start this off. So basically, the reason why I have two tabs is how about this tab is going to be my tier list, and then this one will be Josh's. So we're going to switch from each one, and he's going to say one that he's going to want. I'm going to put it up to his, and then we're going to do that. So I guess we'll just start this off. So here is Blade. What do you think of? You haven't seen Blade, right?
I've not seen Blade, so
neither have I. So I'll just put it in no review, I guess, and then I'll just put the same thing for yours. Okay, and then no review. This is so slow. What is wrong with this thing? There we go. Okay. So X-Men. Josh, where would you put X-Men?
I would put. Let me see what I rated it, and then because I like the original X-Men. I think it is a solid sort of, introductory. Okay, so I give it like an 8 out of 10. That's pretty positive. So yeah. I'd go the B tier, I think.
Yeah, so cool or nice, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't edit this. Okay, for me, I'd probably say the same thing. I think it's good. The X-Men is just a movie that kind of does what it does. It just does what it does decently. Like, it's just kind of a solid film. There isn't much more to say about it, really.
Yeah.
Like, it's just moderately good. Moderately good.
And criticality is shaming us for not seeing Blade.
Wait, who's shaming us for not seeing? I'm sorry, I'm not looking up the.
Cade Critic's new name is Criticality. I don't know if you saw his change. But...
Oh yeah, I saw that, the change video.
I still don't technically know how to pronounce his name, so I'm going to say Criticality. I think it's like Xaden by. I don't know. I don't want to mispronounce it.
Hey, Action Power, Jaden.
Oh, Jaden. No? Everyone's changing their name. Maybe we should follow in suit.
No, I'm not gonna follow. I stand out more if you guys keep changing yours to your normie names.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, to be fair, Josh Simpson isn't a bad name.
There you go.
Yeah, that works. Yeah. Okay. So hi. What's okay? No. I'm gonna delete this comment. You're banned from the chat now. You can't make that joke in 2020.
Actually, Up is a 2009 animated film by Animation Studios.
You dudes haven't seen Blame for sure. Well, I watched most of Blade, but I fell asleep during the third act because it was really late. I want to rewatch it, so I will. Okay. Hi, everyone. I was meant to be here earlier. I got a Shang-Chi ad, and I couldn't miss it. That's and couldn't miss it.
Wait, does
Well,
Gavin have ads on his videos?
yeah,
Or do
I'm
you
on
mean-
it.
Ooh.
No, I don't
No,
think I'm on
no,
it.
no, I don't think so.
They're probably sucking out my money as we speak, but yeah, that's fine. I mean, I don't really care for Shang-Chi that much. I don't really.
We have very
don't know.
different expectations for the film then. Well,
Oh yeah, I mean, we disagree on a lot of things.
we
Surprisingly.
do, yeah. Anyway, what's the next film?
Okay,
Oh, sorry,
let's see.
typed
Okay,
on the chat.
so X-Men. It's good. You know, it's a good film. I just think, especially for the time, like X-Men is just it's kind of a classic, really. Like it's
Yeah.
like one of like the gateway. It was one of the starters for comic book films. So I guess you
and
have to give it respect.
the more like serious run of them, like
Yeah.
you know, moving away from the campy, cheesy stuff.
Yeah, but like as a film and as a superhero film, it's just kind of good. Okay, so Spider-Man, another movie that for Marvel is. I think these are going in order. Yeah, I think
You might need to
they're
block
going in order.
someone. You might need to block someone who's spamming.
Oh,
I think
there's
it's someone.
someone
I
spamming.
think it's one of
Okay,
my friends. Well, not friends, but you know, person I know. So
Fortnite. Oh, okay. Well, should I
Yeah.
ban? Oh, well, yeah, I think I might.
I say
Yeah.
ban them. Yeah, yeah.
Well, I
I
mean,
don't know how he
I'll
found
kick them. How about this? I'll put them in timeout instead.
Yeah, go time up.
Yeah.
I don't know
The-
how he
the
found
issue-
your account through.
Yeah.
like,
How did you? How the heck did he find my account?
I
Like,
don't know.
do you just send my channel to random people?
I sent it to one friend, you know, Yuvraj, the guy who I do lots of videos with, because he knows who you are. So I thought he could watch,
Yeah.
but I didn't send it to anyone else. I don't know. Don't know.
Okay. Well, yeah. So next one, like Spider-Man. What do you think of Spider-Man, Josh? What do you think? What is your?
This
opinion
is Spider-Man 2002.
Yeah. That.
Oh yeah, I
2002
love
one.
that film. Put it in the highest tier possible because I
Oh.
have like, yeah, I know. I have a bit of nostalgia goggles for this film just because of you know how like I used to watch it so much when I was younger. But I genuinely think it's the best live action Spider-Man. Best live action Spider-Man film. And I know you think otherwise, but I just really enjoy it. I think it's got the early 2000s edge to it. I like Willem Dafoe as Green Goblin, even though he looks like a Power Rangers villain. And I just
Hey, don't
think
just the Power Rangers. The Power Rangers are amazing. How dare you?
sorry. It's just such an iconic film and it's really enjoyable. Like it holds up because it's not like my enjoyment is ironic. I just genuinely really love this film. And yes, I believe it deserves to be in the highest tier possible.
Okay, well, I think I'd put it in A tier. I think it's really great. I think it's a great movie. Like, I think when it comes to like an origin story, most of them aren't that much better than Spider-Man. Like, a lot of them aren't as good as Spider-Man. Like, the way it's just so much like the comic book and so much. Well, I mean, I don't know. It just feels like somewhat cheesy and somewhat childish, but at the same time, there's also character arcs and character-driven narratives. But it's also it's like a parody, if anything, like of
Kind of,
Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Somewhat of that because of how goofy and ridiculous it is, and how much it just embraces, in a way, the cheesiness of comic books that some of them fail to do. I feel like films like Batman v Superman are just too serious and try too hard. I'm not saying they're all like that because there are some superhero films that are like edgy that I do really like. And trust me, there's one on here that I guess you could call edgy that we'll get to later. But yeah, I really do like this film. It's one of the ones that paved the way. Sam Raimi's a genius, you know. I really like it. I just don't. It's just not like masterpiece level. If you know what I mean.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you mind
okay.
clicking off the comment just so that like because it's on the screen?
Taking off the what exactly?
Like there's a comment on screen at the moment by.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
the thing is, I have this habit where I leave the comments on because I'm too lazy to take them off.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Just so
if
I
you
can
want,
see the
Okay, yeah, that actually makes sense. Okay. Yeah. Hopefully I don't end up releasing my password on accident by showing everything. Like
Right.
that's something I don't want to do.
Well, if he goes one tab to the right, we can see all his Instagram DMs, all
Well,
the
too bad. No.
spicy stuff of Gavin's.
Well, guess what? That's no more. Too bad. Yeah. I probably should take that out as well. That's just also this. Okay, there we go. And also this, by the way. I don't want to risk anything with that. There we go.
Okay,
Okay.
we're
So I'm
good.
guessing you haven't seen Blade 2 since you haven't seen the first one.
I have not.
Okay. But you've seen Daredevil, right? I remember you saying that you've seen
I
it.
have seen Daredevil. Yes.
And you brilliant.
I gave
I'm
it
guessing.
a 1 star. So
Okay.
I guess the F tier.
Okay. Well,
It
I haven't seen
yeah.
it.
Okay. It really is as bad as you think. I mean, no, sorry, that's a bit unfair. Jaden, I know, hates it a lot. Like a lot. I think it's his least favorite film. That or Tool Girl. I think
Jeez.
I think it's pretty bad. Pretty cringy. There are some enjoyable bits and some like bits like that are so bad they're good. But overall, it's just like, it was a good attempt, but the show is better. I mean, I haven't finished the show yet. I'm like partway through season 2, and to be honest, I'm
Mhm.
not loving the show given the amount of praise it has.
No.
But yeah, no, the film. Long story short, the film is pretty bad.
Well, yeah. I mean, talking about the show, since let's be honest, no one really wants us to talk about the movie. I haven't
Yeah.
seen the movie, but the show is so good. Like, I watched the first 2 seasons. Eventually, I want to watch the third one. Like, as much as even if the second one is kind of messy, it's still really good. Like, I still think
Mm.
the second season's really good, and I think the first season's great. So, yeah, I've heard the third season and it kind of picks it up a bit better. So, I guess
Yeah, I've
that's why I
heard it's the
want
best
to.
one.
Yeah, the third one's supposed to be about it just as good as the first one. So, yeah, there's that. Yeah, but I guess moving on to the next one, X2. Where would you put X2?
I would put that. Wait, can I see all the tiers again? So it's.
Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay.
It's just
Yeah.
like
Here.
I'm trying because I'm basing it off like what score I've given it, so I'm trying to assign
Mhm.
numbers to it. Okay, so if that I'd say that one's.
Yeah.
All right, so I'd go C for
Oh,
X2.
C tier.
Yeah.
Okay, so C tier. Um, yeah. Could you elaborate on that?
Yeah, so I know a lot of people say this is actually the best of the original trilogy, or at least they like it more than Last Stand. I personally didn't find it that interesting. I thought it was slightly less entertaining than the first and third, even though the third has a lot of problems. But the opening in like the White House, is it the White House?
I think.
Or
Yeah. I think it's the
I'm,
lighthouse. I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. That's really cool with Nightcrawler and everything. But overall, it's just not a very memorable film. Like I remember parts of what happens. It's to do with like Weapon X and Logan's backstory, but otherwise, I don't really remember much of what happens. It's just a kind of average comic book movie that I watched once. And I'm like, okay, cool, that's it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'd say I put this either high B tier or low A tier. I really like X2 actually. Like I think it's actually pretty great because of I think it expands on the world and like the ideologies of everything. Like the idea of like this whole world that in a way is like politics, like the way it kind of commentates on politics. I feel like always in the X-Men films is interesting because no matter which way you look at it, it's kind of always been ingrained in it.
Oh, definitely. It's like a very like a
Yeah.
telling of the civil rights movement or whatever. Like it's
Yeah,
very
yeah, it's kind of like that in a way. It's not
yeah.
exactly like that, but it's also like that. And on top of that, I feel like the new villains that are added, it's kind of a sequel that, in my opinion, just kind of gives us more. Like it doesn't give us as much as
Got
I
you.
would hope
Yeah, yeah.
for. So maybe because of that, I'll put it in B tier. But I still think it's quite good, at least in my opinion. That's just how I feel. But yeah. So
What's next?
next would be Hulk.
I actually haven't seen. I watched like 3 or 4 years ago. I started it, and I couldn't get 10 minutes into it because it was just, oh my god,
I ha-
unbelievably bad.
I have not seen Hulk either, so I guess we'll move on. Have you seen the Punisher movie?
No, I haven't seen any Punisher films.
Well, same. So I guess we'll just move on to Spider-Man 2, the movie that actually matters. Oh
Yes.
yeah. Oh great. Oh, and of course it happens now.
Oh, oh
Oh my
God.
gosh, I hate this thing so much. How dare you? No. Oh, I just clicked the wrong. Well, I guess I'm
Oh
gonna
no.
have to reload it. Don't worry, it saves. Okay, it saves. I'm pretty sure, or else I can just redo it, and it'll take like 5 seconds. Yeah, this is not ending. This is why I'm glad I didn't record this as a video because
Yeah.
it wouldn't work. It would be disastrous. But because it's a live stream, I'm allowed to screw up.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to rearrange everything. While that's
Oh,
happening,
no, there you go.
okay. Oh, I
It's
won't have
there.
to rearrange everything. Thank
We're all
you.
good.
Yeah, we're good here. Okay, so Punisher movie. I'm gonna have to put you in the no review because neither of us have seen this film. Okay, and now we're getting into Spider-Man 2. Where would you put it?
I would put it in. I kind of want to go. Wait, is that my list at the moment, or is that yours?
This is your list.
Is it?
Oh wait, no wait.
No, hang
Oh
on.
wait, this is my list. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait a minute. Why is wait, did I actually put it there on accident? Okay. Well, I got to put you back in the C tier. As much as I want you to be in the B tier, I got to put you there.
And
which one is which?
Spider-Man was in S for me as well.
Okay, this is my list. Sorry. Okay, I think this one's my list, and I think this. What the heck? Why are they both the same?
It's done yours twice.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is okay. Well, I'm gonna have to. How about this? This is your list, and then I'll just put this F tier.
Oh yeah, because yeah.
And then we got to put this in the A and the S tier because you love this movie, right? Okay, and then we got to put this in S tier. So
yeah. Okay, there you go.
Yeah, now it's all now it's rearranged properly. So Spider-Man 2.
I'm gonna put it in B, which I know is gonna seem a bit low.
Yes, it is low.
Yeah, I still really like this film. When people call it the best in the trilogy, I don't see it personally. I mean, I actually think it's the worst in the trilogy. That's not to say it's bad. Like I'd give it an 8 out of 10. Still a really positive score. I still really like it. It's the one that I think about the least. Like, I'm not saying it's forgettable, but it's just like the first and third seem more iconic to me. I seem to enjoy them more, and stuff like that. Obviously, Spider-Man 2 has a lot of like good commentary on Peter's social life and how he has to balance being Peter Parker and being Spider-Man. That's great. And Dr. Octopus is a really great villain. And of course, you know, like every other comic book nerd, I'm going to mention the train sequence because that's amazing. But yeah, I think it's just a really solid movie. But I think people always say it's the best in the trilogy, whereas I think it's the worst, but not to say it's bad. I ramble a lot, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I can understand that, but personally, if we're talking about what how I feel, I think I think that Spider-Man 2 is in the F tier. It is so bad, it is so horrible, it's a disgrace. It's just terrible. So it's gonna stay there, it's gonna stay in the F tier. Yeah. But like seriously, I mean, like actually, how I actually feel, I mean,
I was gonna say.
Okay, come on, it's S tier. It is.
Okay.
It is. I love Spider-Man 2. It is. I maybe could understand somewhat of what you feel, even though I don't. But Spider-Man 2 is the most relatable Spider-Man movie, probably. Debatable with The Amazing Spider-Man, in my opinion, which I can't wait to debate on that because it'll be interesting.
We're not going to have a debate on that. We pretty much agree. Well,
really?
We agree on whether we like it or not, but our placement will be different. But otherwise,
yeah, definitely. But talking about Spider-Man 2, what I love so much about it is just the relatability factor of it all. Because Peter feels the most human that he probably does throughout out of every Spider-Man movie probably ever. I'm not saying he's the most real, but he feels the most like, maybe what I'm trying to say is like, he feels like, what about what would happen after Peter Parker became Spider-Man. And it takes that idea and is like, it would be terrible. It would be awful. It basically kind of explains that why would why would Peter Parker want to become Spider-Man? He wouldn't, because it ruins everything in his life. There's a great video essay on it from High Top Films that I recommend. I think it's a great video essay. I love Spider-Man 2. I think it's good. I think it's really great. So yeah, but that's just my opinion. Yeah. Okay. So have you seen? I'm not even gonna ask if you've seen Blade 3 because I mean that wouldn't make
and
that would
haven't
make no
seen
sense.
Elektra either.
I'm guessing that Man Thing.
Nope.
Yeah. Have you seen Fantastic Four?
I mean, technically yes, but it's so long ago that I don't say I've seen it because I don't remember much about it. So it's probably best to say I haven't seen it. I put it in there.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess for that then. The thing is, I saw it a while ago, but I remember it pretty well. Like, I remember a lot of things about it. And I don't think it's that bad. Like, if I'm talking about from my perspective, I'd say it's C tier. Probably.
Right.
It's okay. It's
Yeah.
just it's dumb, but it's okay. You know, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen.
Okay.
So there's that. Okay. X-Men The Last Stand. Where would you put it?
I think I'll have it in C tier.
Oh, okay. So, yeah. Why did you say it's in C tier?
I actually kind of enjoyed this film. Can't like the third act where they're all just together. I like that. I like the idea of it's like some sort of serum that can take away your mutant abilities. Yeah, like Criticality saying it's his favorite in the trilogy. I think it's pretty good, and I think it's just enjoyable, to be honest. What's the middle one? X United or whatever. It's just kind of boring, whereas this one is a bit more memorable, a bit more fun. And yes, it has a few problems, and like Cyclops is kind of wasted, and Jean Grey coming back from the dead, just a bit weird at times, but I kind of enjoy it. So there you go. C tier.
So as you can see, I put it in the D tier. I mean, I understand why people would find it maybe more entertaining than the second one, even though I don't think it is. I think the second one has a more cohesive story and like develops what it's trying to do better. Well, X-Men Last Stand just kind of has a ton of things that happened and they're not really that well executed and it's just kind of a mess. The mutant cure thing's a good idea, but there's also, and then there's of course Magneto's Brotherhood, and then they add the Phoenix Saga in because why not? But then again, of course, then there was even one movie where they tried to just do that, and yeah, we'll get to that when we get to that. But yeah, I don't know. I just felt like it was too sloppy for me to really like it. I'm gonna put an E tier. I just don't like it. It's just not for me. But
it's understandable.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like a controversial opinion. I feel like most people like dislike it. So
yeah,
there's that. Yeah, I don't know. I just didn't like it. Have you seen Ghost Rider?
I have. I've seen the first one. Yeah. I put it in C. Okay. It's Nicolas Cage. It's all right. It's pretty forgettable, but it's got some funny moments. I don't really have much to say, to be honest. I don't know.
No, I haven't seen it. Yeah, let's hurry this up before it starts to get even quieter than it already is. Okay, Spider-Man 3. I think we'll have a lot to talk about with this one.
Yeah,
I'm in it, but because it's amazing.
A. I'm gonna go.
Okay. Yeah,
and I think this is people always thrash on this film because it's a bit cringy. I like what's that Drive That Funky Soul when he comes up and does the dance. That's just an amazing moment. One of the best Spider-Man moments for me. I love it. It's a fun film. Yes, they try to balance three villains and it doesn't work completely. And I guess the CGI at the end isn't amazing, but it's not horrible. So this film's just really enjoyable. I don't get why people don't like it. Like, it's the same kind of cheese as the first two. Like,
it's the same cheese. It's like the same movie. It's like the same like sort of tone and vibe. The only difference is it's a little bit messier. That's it. Like
Yeah.
it's
That's fair enough.
like the plot isn't cohesive or anything, but like it's still very entertaining. Like it's a very fun movie. That's also very as a lot of is a big budget and it works as well as the cinematography and even if the plot the character arcs aren't perfectly developed, they're still I think developed pretty well actually.
Yeah.
I feel like the one with Sandman, it's not perfect, but it works pretty nicely. Same with like
Yeah.
Peter.
I mean, trying to like shoehorn him into Uncle Ben's death, I don't know if that works completely, but otherwise, good.
I thought it somewhat worked because it sort of told Peter to forgive, and it sort of had this arc of him being able
Oh
to
yeah,
forgive people.
it was important the impact it had, but it just felt a bit forced. I don't know, like having it linked to Uncle Ben. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. I think I don't know. I feel like it works pretty nicely. I think it's a pretty great film. It's obviously not perfect. I mean, Venom didn't need to be in the movie, really, if we're being honest with
No,
ourselves.
he probably didn't. No.
He really didn't need to be in the film. Like he's just kind of in there just cause. Like
Especially because they were planning a fourth film at the time. There was no need to squash all the villains into this one. If you were planning to do a fourth one, you could have waited. But
no, Sam Raimi didn't even want to put Venom in the movie.
Right,
They forced him to.
Oh, there you go. Sony.
Yeah. So Sony is like that company that just kind of ruins everything. Like they
ruined the last one. Like they ruined Spider-Man 3 slightly, Amazing Spider-Man 2. So let's hope there are 4 Tom Holland ones because I want No Way Home to be good, and that the fourth one is the one they mess up. So let's just hope.
Yeah. Let's hope. I mean, we're never gonna get a Spider-Man 4 from the original, but I hope maybe we might get one from this one. So yeah, I put it in A tier as well as you. I'd say it's low A tier, but it's still very good. So. Okay, the next one, Rise of Silver Surfer. Where would you put this one?
Haven't seen it. Well, it's the same with the first one, like ages ago, so I don't remember it. So yeah, go with haven't seen it.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either. I watched the first one when I was a kid, but like the second one wasn't on Netflix, so I guess I just didn't watch. I just never watched it.
I think the second one is on Disney Plus, but it's like I want to watch the first one again before I watch the second one. So
yeah, so there's that. Okay, next one. I think this is the original. Yeah, this is the original Iron Man. This is an Iron Man 2.
Yeah, going into the MCU now.
Yeah,
I'd go A for this one.
Oh, okay.
Quite high, probably.
Yeah, I see you. Okay, what do you think?
I mean, I kind of go between A and B, but at the moment, A. I really like it, and it's like it was such a groundbreaking movie at the time, considering like what it managed to do and everything, and it works and it still holds up. It doesn't feel dated. It set a tone that would become the tone for the MCU. It feels a lot more natural and grounded. Like it's one of those films within the MCU where you can just feel a director's style present because like Jon Favreau has this very sort of indie feel with like these characters that have this group comedy or whatever, like with Chef and other. I'm sure I've seen others. Yeah. Sorry. And I think it's really present in this film, and I think it's really enjoyable. The villain, Obadiah, is a bit. I mean, he has that one iconic line: "Tony Stark was able to build this in a cave with a box of scraps." That's really cool, but otherwise, he's a bit of a lame villain. He's just a more like a bigger evil version of Iron Man.
Yeah.
But otherwise, yeah, it's Iron Man. You know, I mean, a lot of people like it. I'm assuming you probably have it lower than I do, but not that much lower.
Yeah, I don't have it that much lower.
And Ginger Cat, I think it's his favorite MCU film. So, like, yeah, a lot of people like it. It's great.
Iron Man's very good, but I think where the thing is, I'd put it in high B tier because I still think it's very good. But the issue is what holds it back is Ironmonger and
I get what you mean.
The third act as a whole. I can't stand it when like the hero, like it's just the villain. Like the hero is just basically the same thing as the villain but stronger.
Yeah.
Unless there's like an ideology between the two, like a conflict between the two, where it seems like they both could be similar, but there's also a slight difference between them, where there's like a comparison to be made with both of them, but at the same time, a way to differentiate them. where there's a conflict between that. But there isn't really one in Iron Man at all. It's very non-existent. So, but yeah, it's very good. I mean, it's Iron Man. It kind of started the whole MCU. It started probably the biggest thing that's ever happened to Marvel. So you have to give it credit for that. And the origin story is very good. And Robert Downey Jr. gives a great performance. And he also showed up in your favorite movie ever made, Doolittle. So.
You just had to mention that, didn't you? Had to mention that. We can forget. We live. We move on.
Okay. So, The Incredible Hulk. Where would you put The Incredible Hulk?
I will go C tier. It's like C tier, but leaning more towards B than D, if that helps.
Oh, okay. So basically, yeah, what do you think of it?
I would, like, in the past, I would have called it underrated because obviously I think people thrash on it or just don't pay enough attention to it. But I think now enough people are like starting to revisit it and appreciate it to where I wouldn't call it underrated anymore because enough people like it. So I think it's just correctly rated. I mean, there are some like new MCU fans who are like, but it's not marked, so there's no point watching it. I don't need to watch it. Disney Plus doesn't even have it. There's no point. And I'm like, shut up and watch the film, okay? Right. And
there's not enough Easter eggs for me. There's not enough references to the Stark Tower.
Exactly. Tom Holland isn't in it. But I think it's different. It's a bit tonally different and quite different to other MCU films. But I think it's still enjoyable. Like if I'm doing an MCU marathon or whatever, which I've only done once, I believe, then I will include it, of course, because I think I like it. I like it.
Yeah. Okay. I'd probably put it in B tier once again. I'm going to just arrange this, because that's what I like doing. I'm going to do this, and then we'll put this here. Yeah, we'll put The Incredible Hulk. The Incredible Hulk, I think, is good. It's just a good film, if anything. Like, it's just good. It's just a pretty good movie. Like, it's a film that does what it does, and it's good. Like, I think Edward Norton's very good in the role. I think the action scenes are very well done. I feel like the whole conflict between the Hulk, as it probably was handled the best you could with that ideology. I mean, it could have been done better, but I mean, with how internal it is, it's kind of hard to like show that on the screen, if anything.
Are you interested to see Abomination return in Shang-Chi?
No.
No?
Well, he's returning in Shang-Chi. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Did you not see that? You don't watch the trailers? Sorry. I guess
I didn't watch the trailer. I watched I've seen previews of it.
He's in Shang-Chi. I don't know what his involvement is, but he's in some sort of tournament with Wong, as in Sorcerer Wong. So I don't know what's going on there.
I like Abomination, but I don't know why that would be a thing.
Yeah, and I think it is Tim Roth returning, and like he's doing the motion capture this time for the character.
Oh, okay.
So I'm interested.
I don't know why.
I'm very hyped for Shang-Chi. It could become my favorite MCU film, but that's a discussion for another day.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
I know. I'm.
It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I can't process this now. I just need time to.
I picked Gavin with the bombshell.
Okay, but yeah, talking about, I like the villain. I think he's pretty good. He's a nice different ideology to our hero in some sort of way, where it's not exactly like, oh, he's just the same except for he's stronger, but like there's some sort of difference between these two people. It's not the best, but I still think it's better than Iron Man. So yeah, so I think it's good. It's a good film.
What is it? Oh, that film's next. Oh god.
Okay, X-Men Origins Wolverine. I haven't seen it.
I kind of want to invent a tier below F for this movie, but I'm gonna put it in F and say it is bad. I don't know what the thought behind this movie was. It's like, oh, remember how Ryan Reynolds was Deadpool was based on Ryan Reynolds? Let's make him Deadpool, but we'll give him lasers and teleportation, and we'll sew his mouth shut, even though his most notable trait is how funny and quippy he is. And we'll just make him into this weird Wolverine Superman combo. And then we're going to bring Sabretooth in, but it's going to be cringy. We're going to set up some really interesting things about the mentality of Wolverine living throughout all of time, but then just not explore it in any detail further than that. Oh, and guess what? We're going to have Gambit, one of the coolest characters from the X-Men catalog. Gambit's going to be in this, but just waste him completely because no one really cares about him. Oh, and Will.i.am, the dude from the Black Eyed Peas, he's going to be in this. Yeah.
What?
I'm going to bring a musician into this, but he's going to do nothing.
I've never
And
heard
it's-
any. Sorry.
Yeah.
you go.
No,
I've
yeah.
never heard. Sorry. I've
You go.
never. Okay, I've never heard anyone say that Gambit was gonna be in it. I've never heard anyone say that before.
Yeah,
Like,
Gambit.
everyone just complains about Deadpool.
Yeah.
So.
I think it's because Gambit's so underwhelming. Like, they don't use him at all. And it's like, why? Ah.
Okay, so yeah, so because of what you've said, I'm guessing that means you want to put it in the S tier.
Of course, it's so unbelievably awful that it belongs in the top tier.
Okay, there we go. Okay, yeah, I haven't seen it, so I can't really. I mean, I think I'm probably gonna hate it, but like, I still can't judge it.
It's not even like necessary to understand any other X-Men film. You'll be fine without it.
Okay, well, you haven't seen the Punishers,
No.
and I haven't seen the Punisher movies. I want to actually see them because
I do, yeah. Same.
Mostly because of Daredevil. That's why.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because the character in that is interesting, but the Punisher movies, they're supposed to be bad, so I've heard they're bad.
I think there's one called Punisher Warzone, which is supposed to be good, but
oh, really? Huh.
yeah.
I guess there you go. Okay, next one. Iron Man 2. Where would you put Iron Man 2?
I would put it in the C tier
Okay.
and say that while it has a lot of problems, after many rewatches, I learned to just kind of ignore those problems because I accept they're part of the story. That's it. And I just kind of learned to enjoy the film a bit more and I have fun with it. And yeah, the villain is kind of lame, even though I like the idea of electro whips or whatever. I think they waste him. And it's unpopular, but I've always preferred Don Cheadle to Terrence Howard. I think it's just because we've had more time with this version of the character. I've grown more attached, or like I see him in that role. But yeah, it's all right. It does jumble a lot of things, but you know, Tony Stark pees in his Iron Man suit. What more could you ask for? And of course, it introduces Black Widow to the MCU in a really cool way. So we got that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, Iron Man 2. I don't like it. It's just not good.
Yeah,
like,
I know you didn't like it.
Like, the side villain's better than the main villain. Like, and the main villain isn't good, but in the side villain's not that great either. But he's still better than the main villain.
Justin Hammer is returning.
Yeah, Justin Hammer. He's
coming back in like Armor Wars or whatever, one of the TV shows.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, I'd rather have him come back than Whiplash because Whiplash.
Are you saying you do not want to see like the closing of the really compelling arc of Whiplash so that he can finally be reunited with his bird and he can have emotional closure and it can get the Oscar for the best performance because he'll finally be reunited and it will be poetic and cohesive? Are you saying you do not want to see that?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, you're probably just going to go and watch like the new Martin Scorsese film or something, some roller coaster ride like that, but you don't want to see cinema of Ivan Vanko reuniting with his bird. Fine. You cinephile. Yeah, shut up.
Okay. Well, the thing is with Iron Man 2, Whiplash is just a wasted villain. Like, there's nothing about him that's really interesting besides the fact that he loves his bird and that he was betrayed by the Starks, which they don't explore, by the way, at all, really. They show us a couple of flashbacks where they talk here and there. But Tony Stark and Whiplash do not engage that much in like any conflict besides throwing punches at each other throughout the entire thing. There's no emotional conflict between the two because there's no balance. We don't explore Whiplash because he's in a garage most of the movie or like in some sort of basement or something like that, making a suit, And so we don't really understand him. I don't understand him. I don't understand why he's betrayed by the Starks, and I don't really care about him. And I don't really care about Tony Stark either. He's just kind of there. Like there's just too much going on with the film for me to really enjoy it. Like I mean, it's enjoyable maybe, but there's just so much going on. So yeah, I don't like it very much.
It's fair enough.
Yeah. Okay, so Thor. I think this is the one where we're gonna have maybe different opinions on.
I would go B.
Okay. Well, I mean, okay.
And I think Thor is maybe it's underrated for an MCU film, I guess. It's got a lot more to offer than people give it credit for, and I think it's a really good origin film. Dutch angles, what the hell were you thinking? It's a bit annoying, and they do it too often. It's like, I get it, you want to seem fancy, but just fix your tripod. But otherwise, no, it's really enjoyable. And the villain isn't strong because you have like the Destroyer, whatever it's called. Then you sort of have Loki, and then you have the Frost Giants. It's a bit, but otherwise, yeah, it's a really enjoyable film. And you know, Anthony Hopkins, Tom Hiddleston, Natalie Portman, Idris Elba, and Chris Hemsworth. Why did I say the lead person last? I don't know. They're all really great in this film, and I think it's great.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, I understand why you don't love it, but as you can see, I put it in the A tier, and
Yeah.
I like it more than Spider-Man 3. I think what's so good to me about it is the first act is debatably the best first act in the MCU, in my opinion. It is so beautiful. I love the way Asgard looks. I love how colorful it is. I love how full of life it is. The score is fantastic. I love exploring this world. In fact, I probably would have, even if the whole movie was on Asgard, I'd probably put it in S tier, actually. Like, I'd probably say I'd probably say it's a masterpiece, actually. Just even if it was just stayed in Asgard and it continued to have that sort of phenomenal flair, it would have a possibility of being a masterpiece. But even without that, I think what's so phenomenal about Thor is just, as well as that, there's also conflict that I really like. There's Loki who feels betrayed by everyone around him because they hid that he was adopted. They hid that from him, and then when it comes to light, he's upset. He's emotionally broken from it. And so it makes sense for him to feel and be confined. I don't know what the heck I'm saying, but you know what I mean, okay? Okay. Yeah, it's a great movie.
I gotta bring up some comments that are in the chat. First of all, first one is from Zayden. He said, "Dutch angles, where's Asgardian angels?" I was like, I get that. Now there's someone called Thompson.
Now I get it.
There's someone called Thompson. Any relation?
Oh wait. My dad responded.
And I gotta say to this, I'm actually with Gavin on that. DC is better than Marvel, I think, or I prefer DC. And if you still think like that, yeah, I'm with you.
Can we just agree that all DC movies are beneath every Marvel tier? Sorry, Dad, if you're watching this. No, they're not. No, they are not. They are not. So, to that I say Suicide Squad and Shazam.
And the Suicide Squad, Gavin. The Suicide Squad.
The Suicide Squad. Okay. I mean, Suicide Squad's still a masterpiece. Obviously, it's brilliant cinema. But yeah, Thor, I think it's a really great film. It has its flaws for sure, but I feel like for what it is, I really like it. Mm-hmm. And I like the Dutch angles. I mean, I don't love them, but I don't mind them.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, next one, X-Men First Class. I feel like, I don't know why, but I feel like you're going to put this in A tier.
No, B.
Okay, B.
Which is weird. It used to be my top 10 Marvel films, I think. That's not the case anymore. I honestly haven't seen this in a while, like maybe 5 odd years, but I remember enjoying it. I think it's a pretty cool origin story. Don't they like introduce you to this lineup and then kind of kill them all off after that? I can't remember.
Uh,
But
I think they do actually.
yeah,
I don't
that's a
know.
bit.
I don't know if it's in. I feel like yeah, I'm pretty sure they kill a lot of them off in this film, which is
Yeah.
they don't kill off the main ones, obviously.
Oh
They
yeah,
don't
of course.
kill off, they don't kill off Mystique. They don't kill off Professor X or Charles Xavier because that wouldn't make sense.
No, yeah. But I think they did a job of like incorporating Magneto's backstory into it, like when we saw the Holocaust flashbacks in the first film, and then Kevin Bacon's character is in this. He's kind of cool, I guess. The scene with like where Magneto kills him with the coin through his forehead, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I'd also put it in B tier, mostly because it's carried by 3 roles and the rest of it is kind of just eh.
Yeah.
And I think that's why. Because as much as I like Magneto and Professor X, the thing is, everyone else is just eh, and they focus too much on them. I'm not saying they focus a ton of time towards them, but I'd rather have it just be Magneto and Charles Xavier.
Yeah.
Then
Wait, read the chat from Zayden's message and then like down to mine.
okay, yeah. Sorry that I'm trying
This is
to.
funny.
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's see. Hi, I'm here. I'm feeling space. My gosh.
Wait, no, read. Yeah, read
Okay.
that one that you're hovering
Yeah.
over.
Okay, yeah. That's here we go. The Suicide Squad spoiler talk podcast this Sunday at 7 BTS with me. Oh wait, you guys are actually doing one? Be
Yeah,
there
and then
or
read my response to his comment.
Okay. Wait, my content is being promoted in Gavin's stream. My how the tables have turned.
Now I'm doing the promotion, whereas before.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm gonna promote in my own.
There we go.
I'm just gonna promote in my own.
Spacey.
Yeah. Don't check out Josh's videos. There we go. There we go. And this is gonna. If this somehow gets taken out of context, which I don't have a big enough people that watch me to get anything taken out of context, that's why
Yeah.
I'm grateful. But
There you go.
yeah, Spacey. Oh, shut up. That's it. Okay, I'm putting you in timeout. I'm gonna ban you.
Yeah.
You're permanently banned
Actually,
now.
Gavin, about that, I've been like creating a video, but I need your help because see, I have 39 action movies to rank, but I can't find the 40th action movie, and like I know there are only 40 action movies to ever exist, and I really can't find the 40th action movie. So like, if you know the 40th action movie to exist, that'd be really helpful.
I didn't put it. I should have just put in ranking 40 action movies because
You said ranking all 40 action movies.
I just meant all 40 action movies that I reviewed or something like that. Because there were these certain amount of action movies that I decided to review, and then I decided to. I didn't know what else to call it because I was like taking inspiration from the 31 on 31.
Yeah,
you know,
I
the
thought
thing
so.
that like Cody and his friends do. Took inspiration from that, but I didn't know what to call it, so I called it ranking all 40 action movies because I didn't realize that there are just only 40 action movies. I haven't explained this, but I'm going to explain it now. So there you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Right. Yes.
I swear today. Oh my! Just shut up. Just shut up. Okay.
This is not a good day for Gavin. But anyway, let's proceed.
Honestly, yeah. To be fair, they're funny though. I'll give you that. They're funny. Well, yeah. Okay. So next one, I guess. There's Captain America: The First Avenger. Where would you put it?
I would put it in the B tier. No, you know what? A tier. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, because it's good. And it looks really nice. And it's really fun and entertaining. And Joe Johnston just captures the magic of cinema, like with this one and Jumanji. I don't know. He's a good director. And yeah, that's it. It's a good film. Oh,
Okay. Well, I mean, I also do really like Captain America: The First Avenger. I think it's a great film because of just the way honestly the origin story is fantastic. I love the way we show Captain America's origin story and how he became the person he is today. And I think that is very well done. I feel like the way they express that and they just show us, I feel like it's high B tier. I think it's really, really, really good. I just think the ending kind of messes it up when they decide to just kind of, kind of wrap it up just so we can get into the. I'm sorry, this video isn't scripted. Okay, that's why I'm all over the place. But what I'm saying is that at the end of it, they decide to wrap it up because he was in an iceberg because he has to, they got to set the Avengers. But I mean, it's still really good. They montage through World War II, which isn't that great, and I know I'm not seeming like I like it
you always
much.
complain about that part. All right.
Yeah, I do. I don't like it. You can make like 5 movies out of that whole thing. I'm not saying they should, but like there's you could do a little bit more with that. I feel like.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, but I like
Um,
the origin story. I like his relationship with his girlfriend, I guess you could say, or his wife at the end of Endgame. But yeah, it's a really good film, and I think it's very well done. It just has some issues with it. I guess I'll put it in light A tier. Like the thing is, I'm sorry that I'm not seeming like I'm talking that much about these movies or like I'm explaining my opinions that well. It's hard because I don't have a script. I didn't prepare for this. I'm
yeah.
just going off the top of my head. I should have prepared.
Yeah. Exactly. And there's like loads to get through as well. So
Yeah, there's also that. So okay, Ghost Rider 2. Have you seen
I've
Ghost Rider
not
2?
seen it. No.
Okay, well I guess I'll just put that in not seen. I just realized you put so many in the B and the C tier.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We haven't got to my masterpieces yet.
Well, I mean
Except-
most of those are from the MCU, so I'm guessing
Yeah.
that's okay. Well then
Yeah,
next
well,
one.
speaking of masterpieces, The Avengers 2012, right
Yeah.
up into the S tier.
Okay.
So much to unpack, and like the impact it had, like how special the film was, and just how really entertaining it is. Like I can still watch it and be like, this is kind of a bit cringy in a way that I never realized, but still really fun and enjoyable. And yeah, it's great.
I'd say I put it in the A tier, but it's also high A tier. For me, the S tier is like my favorites, and there's not really any besides like Spider-Man 2. I'd say that are like my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. But yeah, I mean, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna put it in the F tier. I feel like it deserves that spot. Yeah, but yeah, it's A tier, I guess. It's A tier material. It's very great. I feel like with Avengers, it's so well done when it comes to the dialogue. Like the way the dialogue is crafted is so good, and it's also so fun. And like these characters are just so enjoyable to watch. It's very entertaining, and I love it for that. It's a complete blast, and it knows what it is, and it's fun. And yeah, I'm disappointed the sequel didn't really live up to that.
Yeah.
Which, well, trust me, we'll get to that when we get to that. But yeah, we'll probably never see Joss Whedon really make another movie quite like this. Ever.
I don't know if we'll ever see him make another movie. I think he's just going to go into hiding now.
Yeah,
but
I think his career's his career is basically ended at this point.
Pretty much. But who cares? He made $2 billion movies, and I'm sure he made quite a bit of money from Justice League. So
yeah, I don't think he probably didn't make that much money. Actually, no, he probably did because the budget was so big. Directors normally don't make money from the box office. Normally, the studio gives them money to make the movie. So, okay, well now we have the Amazing Spider-Man.
Right, we're gonna put that in the A tier.
Heck yeah, there we go. Okay,
finally.
Why
do people not like this movie? First of all, let me get this out of the bat. Andrew Garfield, best Spider-Man.
Yes, thank you.
Let's just get that out of the bat. And this is just a really, really good film, really enjoyable. Like he moves like a spider, right? His suit, even though it looks like a basketball, his suit is really cool. The action is cool. The relationship between him and Gwen is really natural and authentic. And Gwen is great. Emma Stone is great. Andrew Garfield is such a great actor. there's just so much to love. And the lizard, that freaked me out when I was younger. And girl, I'm getting really energetic talking about this film because it just pains me when people say they don't like it because it's like, Tom Holland, shut up, okay? The Amazing Spider-Man is great, so yeah.
I also love it. I probably either put it in A or S tier. I mean, it's close to probably my favorite, so I'm gonna put it in S tier because of that. It's so real. If anything, it's probably the most real Spider-Man movie. I'd say that maybe Spider-Man 2 and The Amazing Spider-Man are probably two of the most relatable movies, I feel like, out of all of Marvel in general, really. Because they're so human. They're so down to earth, and I love that about them because they all just feel like they just feel like there's that sense of connection to the characters and that sense of just realism. Because I've heard the thing is I'm not that big on Sean Chandler anymore, but there's one thing he said that always really stuck with me. The characters in The Amazing Spider-Man, they don't feel like comic book characters. They feel like real people, which is probably the best way to describe the movie as a whole. Like that's just it's true. It's all just the cinematography, I'd say, is very good. The relationship between Gwen and Peter Parker is phenomenal. It's just a great film. The only issue that I have with it is that the plot, like the third act, like the Lizard's whole scheme is kind of dumb, but everything else is just fantastic. Yeah, so I really like it. It's a great film.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else is there? Also, by the way, the reason why we did 2000 through 2020 is because we haven't seen the other ones. So
yeah.
We haven't seen much of like anything past 2000. Next one, Iron Man 3.
We're gonna go in the beta because it's all right. I think it's pretty good, pretty entertaining. Nowhere near like a masterpiece or an A-level film, but it's pretty good. And they wasted the Mandarin, but Shang-Chi is going to do it justice. So, yes. What do you think?
Shang-Chi's just solving everything.
Shang-Chi is the answer to all of our problems,
Yeah, basically. I guess you could say that.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. Iron Man 3. Okay, so that's all you have really to say, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Iron Man 3. Okay, here I can't wait for this. F tier. It high F tier. Granted, it's not as terrible as, trust me, some of the other stuff we're going to be talking that I'm going to be bashing. I don't know if you hate these stuff as much as I do. I don't think you do. But yeah, talking about Iron Man 3 is kind of like just talking about a disaster folding between your eyes. It's just so messy. And it's just a cluster of thing after thing after thing. Tony Stark is my dad said this, and I don't think he could have been more right. Tony Stark is a scientist. He's not a wizard. How is he able to control all of these Iron Man suits at once? It doesn't make sense. How is he able to control all these Iron Man suits and have them do things all at once? It just doesn't work like that. Okay? I don't the whole the Mandarin twist thing. I think we all understand why that is dumb. I think everyone just I've heard a couple people that say that which is fine. Like, I don't really care. It's your opinion of them saying that it's not that bad, but I really don't like it at all personally. It just doesn't work for me at all. Like, the whole movie is there's just too much going on, like the second one, and the stuff that is going on I don't really like. So yeah, sorry, I went on a rant, but
I did not expect that. I maybe thought you'd put it in like a mid tier or but wow. Okay. Yeah. I see.
Yeah, you see. I am factually right. These are facts.
Has it gone again?
Facts. Oh yeah. Oh great. Are you kidding me? Are you? Oh my gosh.
When it recreates it, I think it's gonna just do your one, right?
Thank you.
Yeah, but it's gonna just do either yours or mine, I think.
Oh no. Well, I mean, I just kind of have to rearrange it, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, I guess. Hey, you have Iron Man 3 in the F tier. We both have it in the same place.
Funny how that worked out.
Yeah, I know. Funny how that works, right? Okay, so you put Iron X2 in the C tier. You put Iron Man 3 in the C tier, I think, as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still
X-Men
doesn't
Last
really.
Gen you put in the C tier. I just realized you haven't said like you haven't called the movie bad, I don't think, this whole time, have you? Besides
I
Daredevil?
put F. I put no. I put X-Men Origins.
Oh yeah,
Wolverine.
X-Men Origins and yeah, but besides X-Men Origins and Daredevil, you haven't said that much negative about these movies so far. So
I'm
there's
just
that.
positive on films unless they're Doolittle, you know.
Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, this is pretty accurate to yours. I mean, you have this in the A
Yeah,
tier, this in the A tier. The only difference is you have the Avengers in the S tier, and you have Amazing Spider-Man in the A tier. So
yeah.
honestly, our lists aren't that different. I thought our lists
No,
would be
they're
more.
not.
Yeah, okay. Iron Man's in the A tier, and okay, so yeah, the Hulk's in the C tier, right? I think the Incredible Hulk's in the C tier.
I think so. Yeah, that
Yeah, it was
sounds
there.
right.
Okay. And Fantastic Four you have not seen, so I'm gonna be editing this like every like 5 seconds. It's gonna be
Yeah,
annoying. Okay, so there we go. We have the list. I swear, if it reloads again, I'm gonna punch this thing in the face. Do not do this again. I worked really hard on this. I
if
swear.
it does, we
I
can just sort of go through the films because if it's gonna reset so many times, we can just talk about the films without the tier.
yeah,
But yeah, we'll see. We'll see
yeah,
because
yeah. Josh is just a Marvel sim. True, true.
yeah, it's true. It's true.
It's true. It's very much true. Okay, it's I think hopefully it's just recovering and it's not gonna reload a second time. Because I hope that's the case. I should have just tried to make another one. Okay, now it's updating. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? It just update. I hate this thing so much. How
Uh,
about the?
what do you want to do? Should we just talk about the films, like, and just say,
I don't know. I
what tier?
still yeah yeah. Okay, I'm gonna fix it one more time, and if it keeps doing this, we'll just like rearrange it at the end.
Yeah.
I guess we'll do that. I don't want Thor in the S tier, okay? I want it. It's just gonna keep fixing it, isn't it? It's just gonna do that
Yeah,
over and over again.
I
If
think
it
it
does
is.
it again, then we'll just give up, I guess.
Yeah.
Why can't I just have two different tabs for this stuff and be in peace? Okay. Okay, so F tier. Have not seen. Okay, I guess we're gonna have to stall this so this is less awkward. So yeah. Is there anything in the chat at all? Because
No.
I'm not looking. Okay, never mind that. That doesn't. Whatever. Okay, E tier, and then D tier. I don't think I do. I have anything in the C tier? I think I had a couple films in the C. I think I had maybe one movie.
I honestly can't remember. Yeah.
Honestly, who cares?
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I don't think I had anything in the C tier yet. Please don't. Okay, this isn't updating yet. Okay, so there we go. X-Men 3 is the no, it's not. No, it's not. You're wrong. You're factually wrong. It's my opinion is right. Yeah. I always do that with my sister, and she gets really mad at me for it when I say my opinion is factual, as like a joke, and I tell her
can
that.
see why.
Yeah, because yeah. Yeah, this is just getting really awkward and uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So let's see. Okay, I'm trying to scroll down. Okay, next one, The Wolverine, which I have not seen.
Haven't seen
Have
it.
you seen Wolverine?
No.
Okay, I guess I'll just put in both for have not seen. It's reloading again. Are you kidding me?
Oh my god.
Okay, it isn't reloading. It isn't reloading. It didn't
Okay.
reload.
All
If
right.
it did, I would just give up.
All right. It's being weird.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
The Wolverine. One.
Thor the Dark World. Let's put it in E.
Okay. E.
Because it's not like completely awful, but it is still pretty bad. Why? just so many questionable things. The villain, ugh. But it's still got a bit of MCU charm. As Zayden said, I am an MCU simp, so there you go. I can enjoy it.
Okay, well, I mean, yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, if Batman v Superman was Marvel, you would probably love it. Anyways, but yeah, okay, but yeah, seriously, talking about it, I mean, it's not terrible. I don't know. I'd say C tier. I think it's okay. I don't know. I feel like the cinematography and the score can be really well done at times. I don't know what it is with the
Oh, the
Thor
scores, yeah.
movies, but they always have they always have really good scores and cinematography for some reason. But yeah, I'd say it's C tier. I don't hate it. I think it's okay. Okay. Did it update for you? Okay, no, it didn't. So Captain America: Winter Soldier.
Oh, A. And I always thought like this is just a bit overrated. It's not amazing. Why do people praise it so much? And now I don't think it's a masterpiece, but I think it's still really good, really enjoyable. The action is really cool. And I've never been a big fan of Bucky as a character, to be honest, even with his development in Falcon or Captain America and the Winter Soldier, the TV show.
Mhm.
But he's all right in this. He serves his purpose well. And I like the spy thriller aspects to it, so it's pretty good. All right.
Okay, well, Captain America: Winter Soldier, easy F tier. There we go.
Wait, I can't tell if this is a joke or not.
Yeah, okay, well, moving on. Okay, the next one, The Amazing Spider-Man 2. It's got to be S tier. Okay, it's S tier. It's perfect.
I know you're joking, but I actually like this film quite a bit.
S tier. Masterpiece. Okay. Actually, though, if we're talking about the Winter Soldier, like it's S tier. Like it's just S tier.
Okay, good.
Like,
I was gonna say.
I'd say I don't know. I don't know if I like it better than Spider-Man 2, but it is so good. The action is fantastic. The action sequences are they're like out of like a dream. Like they're just that good. Like they're not big CGI messes. They're grounded, but also really well done and also have a lot of spectacle to them at the same time. And they're just overall really well done. I wish I saw this film in the theater when it came out. I wish I was old enough because it's just so good. It has great action. It's not anything deep, I'd say, but it has great action. It really helps build up to things with Civil War as Captain America becomes someone that starts to not trust governments and not trust people such as this. And Captain America's character is great. Black Widow's really great. And I really like Bucky as well. It's just a great, well-made movie.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Amazing Spider-Man 2. S tier. Yeah. A tier.
I'm putting it in B.
Okay. Okay, well, you're doing that unironically, so I guess
Yeah,
I'm
I
going to
know,
have
yeah.
to kick you. Gosh, say your goodbyes, okay?
Bye, everyone. I've been After Credits, review, rank, and react to movies. See you next time.
Yeah. Okay, well, what do you think about The Amazing? Why do you like it? I'm curious.
I think it is a bit overhated in that, yes, the storylines, there's a lot going on, but I still find it really enjoyable. I think it's emotional, like especially with the Gwen Stacy scene at the end. And I like Electro. He's a bit of a weird villain, but he's still kind of fun. Who's the third villain? Oh, Rhino. People, yeah, Rhino doesn't really count. Like people say, oh, they tried to juggle 3 villains. They don't try to juggle Rhino. Stop lying. It's just Green Goblin and Electro. Rhino is just a little thing at the end and the beginning. So don't make the argument that they tried to juggle 3 villains because they don't.
The thing is, though, people don't like the Rhino because he's so bad. Like they're not angry because they're juggling 3 villains. They're angry because there's too much going on that isn't about the villains. Like the villains, people will normally say like the Sinister Six, the whole that setup plot line. There's Gwen Stacy, and then there's Harry Osborn dying and like stuff like that. They'll say like there's all this stuff going on at the same time, as well as discovering Peter Parker's parents. And that's why everyone says it's messy, not because there's 3 villains.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, it's a little ramble.
Yeah.
But yeah, continue with what you're saying, I guess.
No, yeah, that's pretty much what I said everything I was gonna say.
Yeah, okay, well, Amazing Spider-Man 2 has some really great shots. It has some really great cinematography and has some still really well done dialogue, mostly. But I think my issue with it personally is that it's just messy. Like there's just too much going on. Like I don't know what it is with Marvel movies, but with some of them, there's just so much going on where it's really hard for me to enjoy them that much because like to really think they're good because there's just too much going on to the point where I just don't like it anymore. Like Electro is I'm sorry, but I think he's laughable. I think it's kind of a disgrace to the character, if anything. I don't like
Yeah.
him. I think he's annoying. I mean, there's so much that has been said about why this movie is bad. I don't think I really need to elaborate too much.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I understand why people don't like it, but personally, I do.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I can understand that maybe, but like, I don't really get that. Okay, so next film, X-Men: Days of Future Past. Where'd you put it?
I'm gonna put. Let me see what score I gave it. Oh, I rated it quite high. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna go A.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, and before we do, actually, I just need to say, I know it's a bit inconvenient, but I kind of need to be somewhere in 20 minutes. So could we
Yeah, we'll wrap this up.
make it quick? Just
Yeah,
like
we'll make
as
it.
in
Yeah,
talk quickly.
yeah.
Okay. Basically, with X-Men Days of Future Past, I think it's a really cool concept going back in time, a new kind of version of time travel where your consciousness is sent back, and it's just a really fun time with the characters. And you get Quicksilver, Evan Peters, and you get to see the scene where he's running around the prison. I think that's really cool. I really do love this film, and I didn't realize how much I liked it until I rewatched it recently.
Yeah, I think X-Men: Days of Future Past is a very well done movie. It's very great. I feel like it's probably the best X-Men film. I'd say it's high A tier or S tier. I think for now I'm gonna put it in the A tier, but I think it's probably the best A tier. A tier. I think it's just out of everyone the A tier. But yeah, it's a really well done film. I love like the scenes with like Charles Xavier and seeing like someone like Wolverine of all people having to sort of push him out of this broken mindset and how he became this emotionally broke. Seeing him as this emotionally broken person that just is losing everything in his life and is trying to hold on to everything he possibly can. And just the whole time travel stuff. The casts are fantastic. The Quicksilver sequence is great. It's X-Men: Days of Future Past. Most people love it. So
Yeah.
okay, so the next film. I guess we'll just hurry this up.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry that it took so long. Let's see.
Nice.
Next one, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
1.
I mean Volume 1. Volume 2.
Yeah. All the way up in S. I've talked about this film so much time, but like it's so great with what James Gunn managed to do with the team banter, how much of an unplanned success it was. The soundtrack is great. Visually, like it creates the look of the cosmic side of the MCU, which is helpful for like Infinity War and Endgame and Ragnarok. And I think it's just a really funny, kind of mean-spirited, but in a funny way film. And yeah, you get emotional. Well, I get emotional when he says "We are Groot." So it's a effective film.
Yeah, I mean it's Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't have much more to say than that. It's amazing. So yeah. Okay, so the next film. Let's see, what is it? Gotta scroll down. Yeah, this is awkward. Okay, please load. Okay, Avengers: Age of Ultron. This is gonna be fun.
I'm gonna go A with this. I know you probably don't like it as much as I do. I think it just gets kind of lost among the shuffle in MCU films. Like, came out around Civil War and Guardians of the Galaxy, and then even within the Avengers franchise, it's considered the worst, which it is the worst one. But I think still has a lot to offer. It's really fun at times. I like Ultron as a villain. James Spader is great. And there are some really good moments. Quicksilver feels like hey, look, we do kill off some of our characters kind of shoe in. But it introduces Scarlet Witch and Vision, who I like. Well, Vision not so much, but Scarlet Witch. And I think, yeah, it's a fun time. And Hulkbuster, that was just the coolest thing to me as a child. So still is.
Yeah. I was not expecting that. I
Yeah.
actually thought you were. I thought you were gonna at least like put it in like the C tier, or maybe the B tier. I did not expect the A tier,
Yeah.
but yeah. Contradicting your point, I'm going to put it in the D tier. I do not like it.
That's fair enough.
Actually, you know what? I'll put it in the E tier. Like it's fine. I respect your opinion. I won't understand it, but no, that's fine. But I feel like with the film, it's just so messy, and it's just so for me, it's just there's so much going on to the point where I just don't like it, and I don't have much positive to say really about it. There's just too much work when it really comes to it all as a whole, and I don't like the plot points. Like the whole romance between Black Widow and the Hulk was weird. It goes nowhere
Mm.
throughout the rest of the MCU. It's just in this movie, and it's weird. Um, it just doesn't make sense why it's in this film. I don't mind them having a romance, really. It's just that it comes
The
out of
way
nowhere.
the way they did it and then didn't
Yeah,
follow up on it, you know.
yeah, they just did. There would actually be something interesting there if they actually like did it in a nicer
Yeah, I
way.
get what you mean. Yeah.
It
They
just doesn't
wasted
work.
it.
Yeah, and like I don't know, I don't really care about the characters in this movie very much. I don't really care about much in this movie, and I just don't like it. I just don't. But yeah, even though I had a little bit more to say about that film, yeah, I just don't like it. But I guess we'll just move on to the
Fair
next one
enough.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, the next
Ant-Man.
one, Ant-Man. Obviously a visual masterpiece. It's cinema, to be honest. But yeah, what do you
I
think about
can't decide between A and B because I really like it, but I don't know if I hold it on. Wait, what else have I put in B?
it? Let's see. I think you put the Amazing Spider-Man 2 in B, which I don't understand, but fine. Iron Man 3, X-Men First Class, and
Uh, actually, I'm gonna put it in A. Like, it's still only an 8 out of
wow,
10 for me.
okay.
Like, score wise, it's an 8 out of 10. But I just really like Ant-Man. I think it's a smaller pun not intended, whatever, smaller scale MCU film. Um, it's really funny. Paul Rudd is such a likable, charismatic person.
Mm.
It's got like the quantum realm, and Ant-Man becomes like really important in the later film. So I think it sets the groundwork nicely.
Mm.
And it's a film that is funny and fun to watch every time. I actually haven't rewatched it in a while,
Wow.
maybe like a year and a bit, which might not seem like a while, but for me, like when I watch most MCU films like 2 to 3 times a year, a while for me to not have seen it. But I'm gonna revisit it soon, definitely. And Ant-Man and the Wasp, I think.
I mean, maybe I can understand that. I guess as like a fun time, it's an enjoyable movie. I just don't really like. I don't love it. I think it's fine. You know, like it's okay. Like I feel like the Ant-Man movies to me are just kind of okay, fun movies. That's how I see them. I don't
Zayden
see
said
them.
it's in his top 5 MCU, which I can definitely respect. I think it's in
Wow.
my top 10 for me MCU. I don't think it's in my top 5, but yeah.
Wow. Okay. I mean, like I guess it's. I mean, I guess I could understand why someone would like it that much, but
Mm.
I don't know. It's I just don't love it. Still can't wait for Spider-Man Far From Home to be S tier. Yes, it's a master. It's so brilliant. I can't wait to talk about Far From Home.
Yeah, Far From Home. What a
What a-
godsend to cinema. Anyway,
Yeah. Anyway, fan force. I guess we'll just transition to the next one. I wasn't really gonna say much more. I'm
F.
guessing
Fan
F.
four stick, fantastic four stick, whatever you want to call the movie, whatever you want to call the movie. F. It had a decent opening, beginning, like setup, and then as soon as they get their powers, I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Why are you doing this to me? Why are you ruining the Fantastic Four? Why is Michael B. Jordan in this? What are you doing?
I
And so
mean,
F.
Michael B. Jordan's a good actor, though. Michael B.
No,
Jordan's a good
exactly.
actor.
But why is he in this film? Why do they have to ruin?
Oh.
Ugh.
Okay. Well, okay. I have a simple thought process. S tier, because it's edgy. And we like edgy.
Ooh. Lovely.
S
Cinema.
tier. This is a brilliant. Okay. Actually, though, I can't comment on it because I'm sorry for the really bad jokes, by the way. I know they're terrible, but I like them. But,
Okay.
anyways, yeah. But, anyways, I haven't seen the film technically fully because I watched it at my cousin's house and we didn't really pay attention to it because I was like 8 years old. And
Right.
everyone in our house, the thing is we just kind of had it in the background. We had it on for almost no reason at all. We watched it for 5
Yeah.
minutes. I don't know. We just decided to do whatever the heck we were doing. And anyways, yeah, I haven't really watched it fully, so I
Yeah.
have to go
Okay.
there alone because I haven't seen. Okay, Deadpool. Where'd you? where would
Deadpool.
you
I'm
put
putting
Deadpool?
it in the S tier. I like Deadpool. Okay, Deadpool is just something else. And you know, at the time that I was watching, I was like, "Whoa, this is happening in a superhero movie." Ryan Reynolds is hilarious when he's in the Deadpool films and in nothing else because he's just. I'm sorry, Free Guy. We're not going to get into Free Guy, but oh my god, that's so bad. It's so bad. I'm sorry. It's awful. Anyway, Deadpool is really great, really funny, self-aware, very much rated R, but I love it.
Okay. Well, what I think of Deadpool is S tier as well. I think it's the best X-Men movie. I'd say that by.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
Awesome.
X-Men Days of Future Past is close. But I don't think anything
Yeah,
else besides X-Men Days of Future Past really comes close to Deadpool.
If
Like, I
you're
don't-
including like best Fox-produced Marvel film, then yeah. If you're saying like main X-Men film, then I guess Days of Future Past.
Yeah, if we're saying main, but it's like technically Deadpool is like part of the X-Men and it's like tied to the X-Men or whatever.
But like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just so it's cleverly written, even if it is like the way it's written is kind of on the nose with it. I like that it's on the nose because that's just how Deadpool seems to be as a character. Like from
Kind
the
of
couple.
really want to rewatch Deadpool now. Actually,
Yeah,
now that we're talking
yeah.
about it, I might watch it tonight. Actually,
Yeah, it's really fun. It's really entertaining. The soundtrack is okay. It's a really nice. It's kind of what we need because it's a parody of superhero films, and I feel like we kind of need more self-aware ones that
Yeah.
are like kind of like Deadpool. And I'm not saying that should be a whole new thing where we get really
no,
bad
exactly,
films.
because it's part of the
that are-
character from the comics. You know, you can't just do
Yeah.
Deadpool, but with a different
Yeah.
character. But yeah,
Yeah, you can't really. That's why he works so well, is because we kind of needed this because out of all the superhero films that just kind of had no self-awareness or like were very like dark. This was a time where we had Batman v Superman and
Exactly.
Suicide Squad. So we kind of needed something like this. to be,
Suicide Squad, not the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, not the Suicide Squad, just Suicide
But
Squad.
speaking
Yeah,
of the Suicide Squad, that manages to like make fun of the genre while also taking it seriously. So I think they've done a good job of that. But yeah.
Yeah, I appreciate like, and I think we needed like something self-aware like this. So
Yeah, definitely.
I'm glad that Deadpool happened. Okay, so the next one. Let's
I
see.
think my favorite MCU film is next.
Captain
Am I
America:
right?
Civil War.
I am right.
Yeah.
S
Where would you put
S S. My favorite MCU film. The action is cool. The airport battle scene is amazing. The political side of it is nice without feeling too talky or political. Black Panther's in it, Ant-Man's in it, and Spider-Man's in it. That's amazing. This is Black Panther at his best in the entire MCU for me. Yeah, I love this film.
Yeah, I okay. Well, for me, I'd say Captain America: Civil War is high A tier. Like it is like I'd say
I can live with that.
I'd say it's either X. I think it's either. I think it and X-Men: Days of Future Past are very close. I'll just put it above it. I guess the order for these don't really matter. We just know which.
Yeah, just what tier they're on.
Yeah, but yeah, it's great. You know, I really love it. It's a great film. It gives us reasons for each side. We understand their sides. They make sense. They're not stupid. And that the airport sequence is fantastic, as everyone says. It's Captain America: Civil War. But there are a couple issues. First off, I don't really think there's that much stakes to it. And I think that's why I have to put it only in the A tier and not in the super masterpiece of the S tier, is because of that. Because there's not as much stakes at the end because no one really dies and doesn't feel like they really wanted to take that risk. I've heard Captain America dies in the comics as well, if I'm not mistaken. So
yeah, I believe like Miles Morales actually kills him.
Oh, really? Miles Morales is okay. Well, that's interesting. That's a whole new thing.
I think so, but I don't know. I don't know much about comics, but I'm pretty sure there's some there's some sort of like flash forward into the future.
Yeah.
Where
I don't know. Okay. Well, there's some sort of thing where I heard that, and I mean, while I don't think that should happen because it would probably ruin his arc, I feel like we should have had someone like die, like to kind of up the ante.
Show, yeah, because like the Civil War comics was a long comic run where a lot of people died and lessons were learned, but I get what you mean. Nothing much.
Yeah, yeah. But besides that, it's a great movie. So
yeah, I get
next one. Yeah, next one. X-Men Apocalypse.
I didn't see what I've rated it. I think I gave it like a 7 out of 10. It's all right. Where did I can't find my rating for it on Letterboxd. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in the C tier.
Okay.
I think it's got quite a bit of potential. There are a couple of cringy moments. Apocalypse isn't a great villain. And I like the Quicksilver scene. So there you go.
Yeah, okay. I mean, okay, sorry. I'm just grabbing my charger because my Chromebook's about to die. So I'm trying to make sure that doesn't happen because that would suck. But yeah, talking about X-Men Apocalypse, I would probably put it in like the C tier as well because it's kind of just okay.
Mm.
In my personal opinion. I don't know. I think the Magneto in this film kills it. He's fantastic. I love his arc. I love everything about Magneto. He's literally like, if anything, he's probably better in this movie than he is in the original X-Men films. I feel like I think he is because
okay.
because we really get to understand him even more than in the original. So yeah, I'd say it's C tier. It's all right, but yeah, it's not perfection. No, it's not really brilliant or anything like that. It's just kind of okay. It has a lot of issues, but I think it's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one is Doctor Strange.
I'm gonna put that in the B tier. No. C.
Okay.
I might not just give explanations for mine because I have to go in like 5, so I want to make mine brief. So I'll just wait. Should I just speed run through all of mine and put them in?
Yeah, speed run through all yours if you want to.
Okay, so Doctor Strange C, Logan haven't seen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I know. Guardians of the Galaxy 2 we'll put in B.
Okay.
Spider-Man Homecoming in B.
You have a lot in B.
Yeah. Thor Ragnarok in A.
Okay. Just sorry.
Yeah. No, don't worry.
Okay, Thor Ragnarok in A.
What was it? Black Panther next, I think. Yeah.
Yeah,
Black Panther in C.
Okay.
Infinity War S.
Okay, just let me, because like the thing is, it's like I gotta scroll, and then so yeah, just give me a second. Okay, and then so S tier or A tier?
Yeah, S.
S tier. Yeah.
Love. Deadpool 2, I'd go B.
Okay. Deadpool 2. There. Come on. Sorry, I'm taking forever.
No, don't worry.
Okay, B.
Ant-Man and the Wasp, also B.
Okay, just give me a second. There we go.
Venom C. Spider-Verse S. Best Spider-Man movie for me. Which I know. In your opinion. But yeah. Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Okay, next one's Captain Marvel.
Captain Marvel D. Well, I guess I'm sexist. What can I say?
Yeah, I know. We know you're sexist.
Yeah. Endgame, we're gonna go S.
F tier.
S.
Okay, fine.
I know. I know it hurts, Captain.
Okay.
And then Dark Phoenix. I'll just say Dark Phoenix and New Mutants both in F.
Really? You hate New Mutants that much?
I don't hate it, but I guess I'll go E for New Mutants then. And Far From Home in D. Sorry,
there
people,
we go.
Okay, that's my official Marvel rank. Sorry, I have to leave early, but
no, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, this is a long video already.
Yeah. I checked the description. My channel link isn't there, but search after credits and you'll find
Okay,
me.
fine. I'll link it in the description if it
I'm
makes
joking.
you feel
Don't worry.
that
Don't
bad.
worry. But
Yeah.
thank you for people who are watching. I'm pretty sure it's Criticality is the only guy who stayed through the whole
Yeah.
thing. But thanks for watching. My channel will be somewhere. Hopefully,
Yeah.
Gavin will be in a Marvel themed video on my channel soon, so stay tuned for that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's still coming. Don't worry.
Yeah,
But
that's
otherwise,
I remember that. I won't say anything.
yeah,
Trust.
yeah. No, okay, thanks. But otherwise, goodbye.
Yeah, bye. It's been fun. Okay, so he's gone. I'm going to continue doing the rest of it because I feel like it, and I don't have anything better to do. So let's see what else is here. Okay, it's not taking forever to load. That's nice. Okay, so Doctor Strange. It's really good. I think Doctor Strange is a really good movie because I like the cinematography. I think the cinematography is one of the best things about it. The visuals, the visual effects are fantastic. I think Doctor Strange in his arc is pretty good. People don't really like to admit that it's good, and I mean I think it is, but that's fine. But yeah, I think it's good. Okay, Logan. I know everyone's expecting me to put this in S tier or maybe A tier, but I'm gonna put it in B tier. Okay, Logan is good. Logan is a good film. I like Logan. I think there's some great things with Logan. But the issue is it focuses too much on the road trip part for me to really care. It focuses a lot on that, and because of that, I'd have to put it in B tier because I don't really care about the road trip thing. And there's other things I don't care. I don't think Professor X's death was that great. I didn't think it was well handled, really. I thought Logan's death was fantastic. I thought the way they shot that was great. I think, of course, Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart give probably the best performances they've ever given. And yeah, there's a lot of things there's a lot of well done themes. I just think because about a decent half of the film is focusing on this high speed chase, and I don't really care for the villain either, and he's in this decent chunk. I'd say B tier. It's still good. I like it. It's not masterpiece. It's not great, really great, or masterpiece level. Next one, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Yeah, I don't like it. I'm just not a fan. I just don't really care for it. It just does everything I've talked about this movie a lot, and I just don't think it's very good. It's so messy, it's so sloppy, it just doesn't really, besides the cinematography sometimes and Yondu, I don't really like this movie very much. It's kind of a mess. Next one, Spider-Man Homecoming. B tier. It's good. I've talked about it in my MCU tier list. I talked about it in my Spider-Man ranking. I like it, okay? Next one, Thor Ragnarok. Yeah, it's good. I like Thor Ragnarok. I think Thor Ragnarok is entertaining and fun and very much a movie I do like. I think it's enjoyable. I just think people overhype it a bit too much. But I think it's fun. Next one, Black Panther. It's high D tier. I just don't like it. Okay. I think Michael B. Jordan's a really great villain, but Black Panther is kind of like as bland as a gravestone. Or as bland as rice cakes, as everyone else says. But yeah, bland as a stone, not just a gravestone. Let's just say a stone. But yeah, I just don't really care for that much. I mean, I like the world, but there's some really just cringy stuff in it overall, and it's just kind of bland. I just don't like it. Okay, next one. Avengers Infinity War. Everyone's talked about this movie and why it's great. And it is. It's a great film. I really like Avengers Infinity War. It's a really well done, and it's a really well done movie. I love Thanos in it. He's amazing. I love the ending. The ending is phenomenal. I really love I think the characters in this film are also really entertaining, and their interactions with each other are very well done. It's just an overall great film that I think everyone's talked about to death. Okay, I haven't seen Deadpool 2, even though I've seen the first one. And Ant-Man the Wasp. It's okay. That's all I have to say, really. Venom. It's fun, but it's also very sloppy. So because of that, I'm gonna have to put in the D tier. I think D tier. It's fun, but it's not very good. So Spider-Man: The Spider-Verse. Okay, let's see. This is S tier. S tier. Everyone loves this film. Everyone knows why it's great. I don't need to elaborate. It's just the animation, the characters, almost everything about it is phenomenal. Captain Marvel. Yep. You heard me correctly. I don't like Captain Marvel. I've said this before and I'll say it again. I don't like it. I've never really been that fond of it. And I just don't like it. It's just a bad movie. Like the main Captain Marvel is just a bland, dull, lifeless character, kind of like the movie. There just isn't anything interesting about the Skrull twist was not very good. It's just the action sequences weren't that great. The final everything. The characters weren't that great. Just everything about it just doesn't interest me and I don't like it. And I don't think I don't have reasons to rewatch it, you know? Avengers Endgame. C tier. To be fair, it's a high C tier. It's the highest C tier out of all of them, but it's still C tier. I think it's okay. Okay, there's a lot of the thing is Avengers Endgame is the perfect example of something that has a lot of really great stuff in it, but it also has a lot of not very good stuff in it, and it's a mixture of both. And because of that, I have to put it in C tier. Now, there are some great things about this film. I love when the opening is really great. I really love that opening, and I love when we get to see how things were reacted to the Infinity Stone. However, I would like to see more how it got built to that, especially because what happened with Professor Hulk, that whole thing, I didn't really like. I wish we kind of saw that happen because it was a whole character arc that kind of just got solved out of nowhere, and because of that, I didn't like that. There was also the fact that Thanos was laughably bad in this movie. He just was bland and dull and just didn't have anything really that interesting about him. And also there were some other character arcs. I don't really like Hawkeye in this film very much. I didn't think he was that great. Apparently they're going to solve that though, and apparently they're actually going to try to, capture Hawkeye and like something with that. That's what Black Widow's sister apparently is going to do, I think. Because like he's a part of that or whatever. And like apparently like Black Widow's sister is going to assassinate Hawkeye, something like that. I've heard. I think that's what the sub's gonna be for a new TV show, but that might happen. So I guess we're gonna see what happens with that. And yeah, there's a lot of things that I like about Endgame, but there's also a lot of things I don't like it. So gets put in the C tier. Dark Phoenix. Do I even need to talk about Dark Phoenix? It's just terrible. It's just a terrible movie. Like it's a mess. It was after all the reshoots, it was destined to be a mess, and guess what? It was a mess. So, yeah. Spider-Man: Far From Home. We got to put this in the F, and we got to put this in the S tier, boys. It is a masterpiece. Everything about Spider-Man: Far From Home is so amazing. It is perfection. It is so good. It is so amazing. Guess what? You don't want to know what Peter Parker wants? He wants a girlfriend. After a friend that he really cared for, Tony Stark, died, and as much as he wants to grieve, he also wants to find love as well. It's a masterpiece. It's brilliant. I mean, there's amazing jokes. It's so funny. It's such a funny movie. You got to put it in S tier. It's a masterpiece. It's perfect. Yeah, I'm not making fun of people that like it. If you like it, that's fine. I'm just kind of just in a way being sarcastic about it. If I'm being honest with you and everyone around, yeah, it's not that. I think everyone expected me to when I was being sarcastic. I have elaborated so much on why this movie is bad. I don't think I don't even feel like I'm talking about a movie anymore. Like I don't feel like I'm talking about a film. New Mutants. It's all right. It's all right. It's okay. It's an okay movie. But yeah, Black Widow's not on here. If I were to put Black Widow anywhere, I'd probably put it in the E tier. It's just a bland, lifeless movie, and I've explained that before, why I just don't really care for Black Widow. I just didn't find much interesting about it. I didn't like the story. I didn't care for it. I felt like there was Fast and Furious level action sequences. It just was bland. Just had nothing to offer for me. So yeah, everybody, that is my Marvel tier list. Yeah, well, I mean, how about this? I'll link After Credits channel in the description now since it's not linked. It wasn't linked right away. I'm gonna do that now, just so you guys can check him out because he's got some good content. I'll do that after I end this live stream. But yeah, guys, that's gonna be it. I'll see you guys in the next video. So this was a long one.